Good afternoon from St. George in Chicago. Dear brothers and sisters, and especially our families here at our beloved St. George, we greet you today during these very difficult times. We know that, like us, you are probably all experiencing a roller coaster of emotions. Today, as I contemplated what is happening around us, and especially during these days of Great Lent, I could not help but remember hearing and reading of the monks of St. Catherine's Monastery, which is in the Sinai Peninsula in the desert of Egypt, just below the peak, just below the mountain of Sinai. And there, the monks did something very interesting for many, many centuries. The monks from Sinai would, on Kathara Deftera, on Clean Monday, they would leave their monastery, their home, and they would go individually into the desert, and they would remain there all the way until the day of Pascha. And then they would come back to their monasteries and they would celebrate together the Lord's resurrection. But during their time in the desert, they would be isolated, they would be alone. They would intensify their prayer, their fasting, they would eat less. They would not have much or any, really, social interaction with other people. And I can't help but think that we are like those monks now in our own desert. We are alone, or perhaps alone in the sense that it is just us and our families, and we're not interacting with as many people as normal. We're not leaving our homes much. We're not going to our offices. Our children are home from school, and so on and so forth. And perhaps we're even fasting differently because we may not have the same supply, the same free spirit when it comes to eating, because we're afraid that our supply might run short or that we don't want to deal with the chaos at the supermarkets. And I must say that I had a moment of clarity today where I thought that perhaps, just maybe, this is the most authentic experience of Great Lent that I have ever had. I am fasting differently for the reasons I just stated. I definitely am inclined to pray more and more often and with a deeper sense of urgency. I feel that in my own little desert today, I have been giving the blessing, and so have all of us together, to experience perhaps a more authentic Lent, a more authentic fast, a deeper sense of prayer, and that this is indeed a gift. Of course, we are away from our churches and our services, and this is, of course, a very difficult thing. The church, in her great love, of course, will call us back soon, and we pray that it is very soon that we will be in our churches, and not only the priests doing the services, but that the church may be united, where the people together with the clergy are in their home, in their church, praising God and receiving the sacraments. In the meantime, let us enjoy our desert. Let us take advantage of this Lenten period and the blessing of being able to have a more authentic Lent. For this to happen, we must be patient. Patience, of course, is a difficult thing, but it is a blessed thing. So I pray that together we can be patient and that together we can experience a truly authentic Great Lent. We love you, we miss having you here in our churches, and we look forward to being reunited in the very near future. Kali dinami, may you experience great strength and patience during these difficult times.